I'm not sure if you were in Parliament, Mahesh Jethmalani, when that happened, but was that a loose comment by Amit Shah or was he misquoted?
Again, I have to just preface this by saying I'm not a member of Parliament at the moment.
Yes,
but yes, it was nothing. What Amit ji said was unexceptional. Let me tell you, this is a distorted version of what he's put out, and Amit ji has clarified it. He actually said that you can take Ambedkar ji's and you must take Ambedkar ji's name 100 times. And he has repeatedly in his speech praised it. So you take one sentence, that also you distort it. It actually is a forgery. It's a case of forgery to smear somebody's reputation by distorting his
Also, this Parliament session has not gone very well for them. And now, viewers, what caused me concern, I say this to Mahesh Jethmalani, was that Mallikarjun Kharge was calling for violence. He said that people will lay down their lives, which means he's openly calling for violence. Which means he's calling for street violence, he's calling for caste-based rioting to happen in this country. That's my
What happened in Parliament during the Constitution debate was a complete exposure of the feet of clay. Not only are they subverters, as opposed to the saviors they claim about the Constitution, but the debates also pointed out how the forefathers of the present dynasty, Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, how badly and shabbily he had treated Ambedkar. You know, Arnab, the best way to answer these so-called saviors of the Constitution who today pay obeisance only to try and get the Dalit vote to Dr. Ambedkar is to reproduce and make public and highlight Ambedkar ji's own speech, Dr. Ambedkar's speech, resigning from Parliament as Law Minister on 10th of October 1951. Let me just read. First of all, viewers must know that Jawaharlal Nehru opposed the inclusion of Dr. Ambedkar in the interim cabinet of 1946. Dr. Ambedkar was finally included in the cabinet, not at the instance of Jawaharlal Nehru, because Jawaharlal Nehru detested him, but at the instance of Gandhiji. That's why he came in the cabinet. He was then made to resign from the cabinet. And this, I just want to read two parts. I just want to read two little excerpts from his speech. It is now 4 years, 1 month and 26 days since I was called by the Prime Minister to accept the office of Law Minister in his cabinet. The offer came as a great surprise to me. I was in the opposite camp and had already been condemned as unworthy of association when the interim government was formed in 1946. I was left to speculate as to what could have happened to bring about this change in the attitude of the Prime Minister. The change was not an attitude in the Prime Minister, that is Jawaharlal Nehru. The change was because Gandhiji has said that it's not just the Congress party who has fought for independence, but many people outside the Congress party, and we need to associate them in the government. Then, one of the main reasons why he finally resigned was because of the lukewarm treatment given for the rights of scheduled tribes, to the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Ambedkar ji was at pains to point out in that speech that I've been looking for some redress for scheduled castes, ill treatment over the years and scheduled tribes, but nothing has come. And this is what he says about Jawaharlal Nehru. Compare the concern the government shows over safeguarding the Muslims. The Prime Minister, that is Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, whole time and attention is devoted for the protection of people who do not really need protection. Are the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and Indian Christians not in need of protection? What concern has he shown for these communities? So far as I know, none. And yet there are communities which need far more care and attention than the Muslims.
But isn't it totally hypocritical then that Priyanka Vadra and Rahul Gandhi are holding up pictures of the man who their great-grandfather hated with all his heart? And
hated Arnab to the point where he refused to have a memorial. He refused to have a memorial for Dr. Ambedkar.
Yes, I'm aware of that. In fact, there's a particular interview that Ambedkar gave to the BBC, where he even criticized Mahatma Gandhi. And these are, this is the reality of our country's history, viewers. We have always, represented Mahatma Gandhi. I have great respect for him, but I also know his frailties, his mistakes, and I disagree with his nature of politics. And we have built up Nehru as to some kind of political superman and great man, which he was not. Nehru was a very, very insecure, very, very narrow-minded person who couldn't stand the popularity of Netaji and the wisdom and education of Ambedkar, and therefore he was very competitive with these two individuals. This and for Priyanka Vadra and Rahul Gandhi to hold up pictures of a man who their great-grandfather fought and put all his political arsenal to defeat. How opportunistic this is. And, but for programs like this, people would assume that the Gandhi, Vadra, Nehru family were together with Ambedkar. They were not. They were bitter foes.
Let me just say one more thing, Arnab. One more. The complete contempt. The Gandhi Vadra family today only uses the Dalit as symbols, the scheduled caste community as symbols. They have no real sympathy. It's only an attempt to get a vote bank. Let me tell you what happened quickly in 2021. In 2021, a Dalit minor girl was raped and killed. Rahul Gandhi, to get a photo to try and show concern, jumped into the fray, went to meet the family, and exposed the identity of that girl. There's a case pending, an FIR has been lodged against him and pending till today. Do you know what happened then? In conjunction with the Delhi police, then under the AAP, they tried to say that the girl was not raped at all. This has all been exposed very beautifully and very elaborately in an article in Op India by Nupur Sharma.
Well, Mahesh Jethmalani setting up the debate as usual. Thank you very much, sir, for joining me this evening. My clear view is that I strongly suggest and recommend that viewers of Republic, right-minded citizens of the country, should read the history of India 1915 to 1960 with a great amount of depth. You cannot understand contemporary politics unless you put these matters in context. What is the Congress party doing? In my view, the Congress party is taking a chance. It believes that the youngsters of this country, who make up a large percentage of the population, know little about Netaji, know little about Ambedkar, and hence they'll try and appropriate Ambedkar. Viewers, let me tell you the truth. The Congress party hated Ambedkar. Nehru hated Ambedkar with a capital H. Nehru hated two people, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and BR Ambedkar, because they were greater statesmen, more erudite and far more popular than him. And as the first selected Prime Minister of India, he was extremely worried all the time, at every single moment, that he will be upstaged by Netaji and Ambedkar. Viewers, to expose the reality of how the Congress treated Ambedkar, I have with me this evening Professor Ganga Sahai, Meena Pulla Rao and T.R. Prasad Gowda of the Congress from Bangalore. Dr. Birendranath Prasad, Rajat Sethi and R.P. Singh of the BJP are joining me on the other side this evening. You see, T.R. Prasad Gowda, we must go by facts and not by claims. Right?
Yes, sir.
And the first fact is that Nehru wanted to finish Ambedkar. So he put a candidate against Ambedkar in the first elections from Bombay North Central. Now, people, you may not believe it. Please listen to every word today. Nehru says, do everything but defeat Ambedkar. Make sure Ambedkar cannot enter the Parliament of India. Today, so desperate, his great-grandchildren are holding Ambedkar's portrait. How funny this is, Rajat. Right? But the fact is, Nehru made it his obsession that Ambedkar should not enter Parliament. Am I right or wrong, Mr. Gowda? Yes. RP is opening. RP.
Yeah, can I?
Yes.
I will comment, Mr. Arnab.
Yes.
Mr. Arnab, Mr. Arnab. See, okay, you are with this debate. You are trying to only cover up our Honorable Home Minister of India's speech against BR Ambedkar. I wanted to bring it to your kind notice through you to the whole world and to the whole country. First Prime Minister of this country is Jawaharlal Nehru. And
he was selected. He was selected as Prime Minister.
Who was the first
I agree. He was
Law Minister
selected
of
as
this
Prime
country.
Minister.
That is,
he was selected as the Prime Minister. I agree. He was selected.
Madam, sir, please allow me to speak. Allow me to speak. Allow me to speak. It is privilege that I am sitting with you and talking to you to the whole country. And BR Ambedkar was the first Law Minister of this country. And he was made the chairman, drafting committee chairman of this country for drafting the Constitution of India. He was also called Father of Constitution. Who chosen him as Law Minister of this country? That is Jawaharlal Nehru himself. Because the Congress identified.
Mr. Gowda, can I just come in for a minute? Can I come in for a minute? Can I come in for a minute? See, Mr. Gowda. Mr. Gowda, 1 minute. Mr. Gowda, 1 minute. Mr. Gowda, 1 minute. Please allow me. I will just correct you there. This is the history that you want to write. This is the country history that you want people to believe. Sir, 1 minute, sir. 1 minute.
Is it not true that?
Sir, listen to me.
He was the chairman of drafting committee of this constitution?
Sir, please, thank you for your counter question. The fact is...
Who made BR Ambedkar?
Sir, can you let me... Yeah, I understood your point. I'll explain to you.
Oh my God, Arnab.
You are asking...
So the great Nehru...
Okay, Rajat is countering Rajat Sethi.
You know, shocking. Because they are saying that it was the largesse of Nehru to actually pick and choose and make Ambedkar ji as the drafting committee chairman. What do you think Nehru was? So baap tha kya Constituent Assembly ka? What was he?
Ambedkar himself was the chairman of drafting committee. If you go back to the history, please read the history.
What are you trying to say, Mr.
Today,
Bora?
only you are trying to cover up Home Minister of this country.
To Babarao Ambedkar, you categorically meant that. Did you
Congress
mean
is the party who identified the efforts of BR Ambedkar. You cannot deny the facts, my dear friend.
Do not cover up this attitude of yours. When you think that everything belonged to Nehru, because the whole country belonged to the feet of Nehru.
Constitution of India.
You know, this is the attitude, Arnab. They believe that Nehru has some God-ordained desire to rule the country. God-ordained.
All right. I wish to come in now. I wish to come in now. I wish to come in now. I wish to come in now, please, for a minute. Thank you. Gentlemen, give me a moment, please. Give me a moment to come in, please. Gentlemen, please allow me. You see, the fact is, there are two histories in this country, viewers. One history which they have put together in the history books where they look very good. One is the real history of how selfish, narrow-minded and power-hungry and corrupt they were. Now, let me tell you one thing, Mr. Gowda. Ambedkar had to resign from Nehru's cabinet because he was disappointed with Nehru's leadership. Because Nehru rejected the Hindu Code Bill and Nehru rejected what Ambedkar wanted as measures for Dalit improvement. This is the reality. Now, you don't want people to know the reality. But I'm telling you, viewers, this is the reality. And if you're shocked, be shocked. Because you have been lied to, fabrications have been put to you. In fact, Nehru found Ambedkar unworthy of association. Look at the words. Unworthy of association, Pularao. Nehru did not want his government to even associate with Ambedkar. And today they are dying only for the association. Let Rahul Gandhi have the guts to say that his great-grandfather did this injustice on Ambedkar. Don't fabricate facts.
Politics, Mr. Arnab.
Trying to say Nehru great service to Baba Sahab and made them the drafting committee chairman. Nehru made them. Look at the attitude these people have. Even that arrogance carries on till today.
Nehru was the Prime Minister. Rajat Nehru was the Prime Minister. He invited
No, sir,
him.
we are talking about the Constituent Assembly. Nobody was the Prime Minister in the Constituent
No, one
Assembly.
minute. Rajat, pull her out.
Nehru was the one who made him.
Go back and check the history
Nehru
again.
opposed him. He could never have been appointed. Gandhiji
There was
suggested
no
it.
Prime
Correct.
Minister or
Absolutely
Law
correct.
Minister inside the Constituent Assembly.
If
sir.
Nehru had a veto, he never knew that. He accepted it. He worked with him. The constitution
him the
was
veto?
written. A glorious constitution.
Who gave Nehru the veto? I want to understand, sir. Who had the veto? Who had given Nehru the veto?
Nehru had the political veto. Nehru was
What
Nehru
veto?
was everything. Nehru
What
was the
veto
man.
by what?
Nehru-
Where did he draw the legitimacy of veto, sir?
I wish to come in with.
How did Nehru have veto?
I wish to come in with one more point, please.
Sanction from any state PCC. He was an illegitimate first Prime Minister, provisional Prime Minister. Where did he get the legal sanction or the moral sanction to occupy the chair that he was occupying? What political veto are you talking about, sir?
No, he was the most
You
popular,
are trying to say that
powerful
Nehru had a
politician.
I wish to also say, I wish to share one more, I wish to share one more very, very stunning historical fact, viewers, today. Now, please, 1 minute, Dr. Prasad and Professor Ganga Saheb Meena, give me a minute. I'm coming into both of you. Now, the two professors from JNU, Dr. Birendranath Prasad, who's from the Center for Historical Studies, and Professor Ganga Saheb Meena will also be on the debate. Viewers, I have a very, very, very shocking fact to share with you about how the Congress targeted Ambedkar. You see, there was an election. Ambedkar was fighting the Congress party. Are you shocked? This is the truth. Nehru said, I want Ambedkar defeated at any cost. Nehru put up Narayan Sadoba Kajrolkar from Bombay North Central. Many people in the Congress party told Nehru, do not put up a candidate against Ambedkar, it will look bad. He is the father of the constitution. Don't carry your let me complete. Don't carry your petty fight with Ambedkar to this level. Nehru said, I don't care. I will not allow Ambedkar to enter parliament. And because the Congress party was strong, the Ambedkar lost by 15,000 votes. This is a historical fact. Now let me tell you the most stunning thing. Ambedkar said that the election had been fabricated and was fraudulent. This Rahul Gandhi, who goes around saying EVM, 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 should know that Ambedkar had said this election should be declared null and void in my constituency because an aggregate of 74,333 ballot papers had been rejected and not counted. So Ambedkar claimed that the election was a fraud election, that while he had technically lost by 15,000 votes, there was a political influence put to not count 74,000 votes. And Ambedkar filed a petition before the Chief Election Commissioner of India, saying this election has been fabricated. Now, can you imagine this is the extent to which Nehru went against Ambedkar? And today, Nehru's great-grandson takes a picture of Ambedkar, Nehru's great-granddaughter takes another picture of Ambedkar, and they say, speak for the Constitution. Everybody, you see today, Pulla Rao, Gowda, all looking serious when I'm telling you these things. These are not things you will hear on another political news program, viewers. This is the reality of this country, and this is the terrible and dirty record of the Congress party. Now, Dr. Birendranath Prasad, are these facts I narrated true or false? Dr. Prasad, and then responding Professor Ganga Saheb Meena.
I begin by saying that you are saying incomplete things. The candidate who defeated Dr. Ambedkar, he was actually awarded with a Padma Prize in 1970s. So that was the level of hatred for Dr. Ambedkar. So, if you allow me to begin a bit earlier, 1920s, early 30s onwards, Congress used every trick in the book to undermine, insult, humiliate Dr. Ambedkar. They systematically propped up the Dalit leader from Tamil Nadu, Mr. Raja, and they systematically used him against Dr. Ambedkar. When this elections for Constituent Assembly was to take place, in fact, Congress leaders ensured that Dr. Ambedkar does not find a place anywhere from India. So in that case, the Dalits of East Bengal, they invited Dr. Ambedkar to fight from there. And in fact, it's a recorded history that Congress leaders and workers, they beat up the leaders, associate Karyakartas of Jogendranath Mandal and others who were supporting Dr. Ambedkar there in East Bengal. And Dr. Ambedkar, in fact, came from East Bengal, a constituency of East Bengal. And when that became East Pakistan, so he had to fight again. And that time, Congress ensured that he does not win. And not only that, in 1970, the person who actually defeated Dr. Ambedkar, he was awarded with a Padma Prize by the very same Congress government. And the same attitude has continued for a long time, even after 1970. You remember the speech of Mr. Rajiv Gandhi in the parliament when he was opposing Mandal Commission. Even after that, in the 2004-2014 period, Congress was using every trick in the book to destroy the autonomous politics of the Dalits and OBCs within this country. So that is a long history, and today they have decided to change their course and they are trying to appropriate Dr. Ambedkar. I welcome this, but I doubt that given the kind of history and given the kind of attitude they have, I doubt that they will ever be trusted by the Dalits. You may simply begin by reading Dr. Ambedkar himself, and every Dalit, every Ambedkarite reads, I believe, what Congress has done for the untouchables. So better to read Dr. Ambedkar himself regarding the attitude of the Congress party to Dr. Ambedkar and to Dalits.
Professor Ganga Sahai Meena, we are getting a lot of reactions from viewers on this live program who are shocked at hearing the reality of how the Congress insulted, humiliated, attacked and conspired against Ambedkar. See how opportunistic this party is, the Congress party. For 30 to 40 years, they tried to alienate him, but Ambedkar was brilliant. He could not be alienated. But Nehru never stopped. Nehru's entire, half of his life actually, half of Nehru's life was an endless paranoid conspiracy against Netaji and Ambedkar. Such an insecure, such a narrow-minded man. Despite being a selected prime minister, could never get over the hangover of men who were greater than him, like Ambedkar and Netaji. Tell me, why did Ambedkar resign from Nehru's cabinet? Why did Ambedkar have to resign from the Nehru cabinet? And is it true, Professor Meena, that even today his resignation letter has been kept missing from public records?
Okay, I think this debate started because of the Home Minister's statement in the Parliament. We should listen it again and see the reactions of the other member of Parliament sitting behind the Union Minister. All people are laughing when he is saying that Ambedkar, Ambedkar, Ambedkar. इतनी बार अगर भगवान का नाम लेते तो 7 बार स्वर्ग मिल जाता. These lines are very important if you go to Ambedkar's philosophy and his struggle against the caste system. You will find that his struggle was against the Hindu caste system.
His struggle was also against the Congress.
Our Union Minister is... Yes, definitely, because that time BJP was not there. His struggle was against the everything which stopped Dalits for upliftment. That's why he fought with the Gandhi, with the Nehru, with all the people. All parties these days are using Ambedkar's name and they are trying to appropriate him. But nobody has the courage to follow the Ambedkar. If both the parties, I am including Congress also, BJP is the anti-Ambedkar party, but I am including the Congress also. If they have the courage, they should show this courage that Ambedkar burned Manusmriti. Can they burn Manusmriti? Can they repeat those 22 vows, pratigyas? Those are very important. they should recite those 22 votes in the parliament, and they can prove, okay, they are Ambedkar, in the favor of Ambedkar, pro-Ambedkar, but they do not have the courage. Even the parties...
I would like to tell you one thing, Professor Ganga Sahib Meena. Professor Ganga Sahib Meena, I'll tell you one thing.
Yes.
I want to ask you, are you a practicing Hindu? Are you a Hindu?
It's my personal thing.
No, one minute. I'll tell you one thing. See, your personal thing ends where somebody else's belief starts. You would not pick up any religious or even quasi-religious book associated with Islam and make a comment like that. For you, saying burn Ramcharitmanas, burn Manusmriti are standard comments made sitting in the campus of JNU. You've got this commie thinking that anything to do with Hinduism must be burned down. No, you will even say burn Bhagavad Gita. You would never say this about the Christian religion or about Islam or any other religion. You have a hatred towards Hinduism. That's your personal matter. No, your personal hatred against Hinduism should not reflect on a political debate, sir. Sir, I'm telling you, what is the question tonight, Professor? Professor, what is the question tonight? No. What is the question? What is the question tonight? The question tonight, I want to bring in RP. The question, RP, the question is, did the Congress which once sidelined Ambedkar now try to own him? Is the Congress
policy about the Ambedkar?
No. The Congress is today worshipping Ambedkar or saying that it worships his thoughts, but it is the party which has conspired against him. Why don't we just agree to that? Why talk about burning religious books?
We have to talk.
Your anti-Sanatan views, I don't...
Shah's statement. Why you are forgetting?
Manusmriti is not a religious book.
I am quoting Ambedkar.
But he would have gone to Ramcharitmanas next.
But I will not die.
I know where he will go. He will go to Ramcharitmanas next. That's why I stopped him.
Dr.
Prasad.
I am telling about Manusmriti only. I am not telling about Ramcharitmanas or Ramayana anything.
Yeah, you better not.
I am talking about Manusmriti. And it is a fact.
No, but why are you going away from the subject at hand, which is whether Ambedkar was a victim of Nehru and the Congress? RP Singh is on the debate. RP is coming in.
We are talking about whether the BJP disrespected Ambedkar or not.
Audio is bad, sir. Audio is bad.
उन्होंने तो प्रेम्बल बदल दिया था अम्बेडकर जी का। अम्बेडकर जी ने जो प्रेम्बल बनाया था संविधान का, उसके साथ खिलवाड़ किया कांग्रेस ने 1975 में। इससे बड़ी अपमान क्या हो सकता है? ये चेंज ऑफ प्रेम्बल ऑफ अम्बेडकर जी, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर जो प्रेम्बल बनाया उसको छेड़ा, और फिर आपने कहा बीजेपी ने, जनता पार्टी ने, उनको भारत रत्न किसने दिया? वो पद्मश्री तो दिया कांग्रेस ने उनको, क्योंकि उनका शिक्षण था, शिक्षण अम्बेडकर।
Okay, slightly bad audio at your end. Let's go to the facts, Pulla, and let me bring in Pulla and Rajat Sethi. Now, Indira Gandhi gave herself the Bharat Ratna in 1971. Did she ever say that I should first give it to Ambedkar? No. Nehru gave himself a Bharat Ratna in 1955. How can you be so shameless, Pulla? Did he say, no, I should give it to Ambedkar? No.
But these things evolve over time.
What evolve?
These things evolve over time. They just, for example, Martin Luther King didn't get praise when he was alive.
Who found life for Ambedkar has evolved after 2024. That's good. We welcome this evolution.
It evolved over time, Mr. Rajat. That day, Martin Luther King, how he was pilloried when he died. After some time, he came to be recognized. Now everybody talks about him. There's a time, there's an evolution. And whatever.
RP.
I say it very honestly. Gandhiji said yes. Ambedkar ji should be the chairman of the drafting
simple
committee.
Thing. Why did Nehru ordain himself with Bharat Ratna?
No, sir,
this is, I don't understand. Why do all of you get into this twisted logic every time? A simple question is asked. Pulla Rao sir, the simple question to you, sir, the very simple question to you is, how can somebody who is the Prime Minister of the country award himself the highest civilian award of the country? How is it practically possible? Like, what moral questions, dilemmas do you go through to arrive at a conclusion that I am the most deserving Indian alive at that moment in time to be ordained with the Bharat Ratna? I want to understand the thought process that Nehru had in order to arrive to a conclusion when Baba Saheb was very much alive. He was very much alive, and Nehru had defeated him 2 times. In 1952, even in 1954, when there was a by-election happening in Bhandara, today's Bhandara.
No, 1 minute. Pulla.
We went in and tried contesting.
Pulla.
Supporters of his party were beaten up by Congress workers.
No, Pulla.
In Bhandara, when Baba Saheb went in to contest Arnab, his workers were beaten up by Congress workers in 1954. That is the history of Congress party. You go out and beat the political workers of Baba Saheb. He was literally shamed and expelled from the Congress party ever since he resigned in 1951. The question that Arnab was raising, that what were the circumstances around which Baba Saheb had to resign as the sitting law minister in the year 1951. He was the drafting committee chairman and the law minister. The law minister resigns. And you do not allow that law minister even a ticket to go out and contest an immediate election, the first Lok Sabha election, which his constitution empowered him, envisaged by him to go out and fairly get elected to the office. I am shocked, sir, you go out and defend to no extent indefensible things. For once, sir, cross your political obligations. At least answer things which are so logical and so easy to comprehend.
Happily, Rajatji. First of all, you go on, they beat him up. That was East Bengal at that time. There were intense local rivalries. Mr. Jagannath Mandal was supporting Jinnah. You know all that history. And he went to Pakistan, then got kicked out. He came back. That was that history.
Talking about 1954.
Baba Saheb to contest from East Bengal. There's a big story to it. You know, you have to go into it. I humbly don't agree with
What kind of a story justifies beating, sir? What kind of a story justifies beating?
Nehru could not accommodate him from another party. That Baba Saheb had his own party.
Also, Nehru did not have...
Sir,
okay, wow, look at this, viewers. Twists and turns on this wonderful debate tonight. I think the great thing about such debates is, and if we can do one thing, viewers, take clips of this debate and put it on social media, YouTube, streaming devices, popularize things like this. I want the next generation of this country to know the true face of this Nehru-Gandhi Vadra family and the Congress party. Now, very important question that we must ask tonight. Very important question. Mr. Gowda, after Sanjay Gandhi died, thankfully not before he died, 1 minute. After Sanjay Gandhi died, Rahul Gandhi's grandmother started this renaming spree where everything in this country was named, from national parks to airports, was named after Rahul Gandhi's uncle and the chief engineer of the emergency, Sanjay Gandhi. Why was no place honored in Ambedkar's name, not even in his birthplace in Madhya Pradesh? Tell me, Mr. Gowda.
I cannot say you.
Arnab ji.
Gowda ji.
One second. Arnab ji, before coming to this point, I wanted to tell you through. See, Nehru ji called him as father of Constitution of India. That is the most respectable word which is used by Jawaharlal Nehru to BR Ambedkar. Now you are trying to, I think with this debate, Home Minister statements, Amit Shah's statements, trying to cover up, and you are trying to, sidelining.
Okay, tell me one thing. Tell me one thing, Mr. Gowda. Can I ask you, Mr. Gowda? Many places are named. Okay, Mr. Gowda. Would you agree? Mr. Gowda, would you agree?
Yes, sir.
Would you agree that Rahul Gandhi's uncle broke Adolf Hitler's record by 15 times by sterilizing 15 times the number of men that Adolf Hitler did? That Sanjay Gandhi, that is Rahul Gandhi's uncle, broke Adolf Hitler's record in forcible sterilization.
I will not get
I
into
can answer you. I can answer you.
Mr. Gowda.
matters. I will not get into.
Why not get into,
those,
sir?
No. See,
no, this is reality.
my
No,
dear
you
friend,
people do
Arnab
this
ji,
Bharat Joro nonsense. You don't want to tell you the reality of the country. Bofors, forcible civilization, mysterious deaths of Congress leaders.
You are see today's what
that
today's debate. Arnab ji,
yes, Mr. Gowda. Yes, Mr. Gowda.
Home Minister derogated the Ambedkar.
No, he didn't.
Today, in the 75th year's anniversary, Home Minister himself.
You edited a fake reel.
Ambedkar.
You edited a fake video.
To, sideline the family.
You edited a fake.
Go through the debate in the parliament. Please go through the complete debate in the parliament, and don't show the edited video. And also, you insulted Ambedkar, which is junior, his assistant.
It is not in your view. When it is not BJP's purview, then you will say it is a faked video. When it is par with your thing, it is original. It is original. How you come into this conclusion, my dear friend Arnab ji?
There's the case also.
I don't know what it, the fact is, Mr. Gowda, you and Pularao and everybody will agree that till the Congress party was in power, you never even allowed a picture of Ambedkar to be put in parliament. Shame on the Congress party, ladies and gentlemen. Shame on the Congress party. They did not allow Ambedkar's portrait to be put in parliament.
Arnab,
why did you not allow it?
Party who respected Ambedkar ideology.
बोलने वाली चीज नहीं होती है.
Congress is the
when
party.
When he was alive, you didn't respect him.
BR Ambedkar name went
now you are using his name.
Globe, and who gave the biggest democracy to this world. Congress is allowed him respected his efforts to make this country as the biggest democracy in the world. Who gave the
tell me, Mr. Gowda, RP 1 minute. Mr. Gowda, you agree that Ambedkar is the architect of the Constitution? And that is the premise on the basis of which Parliament runs the laws of the country? Then tell me only one question, and I want Dr. Birendranath Prasad and Gange Saheb Meena to come in on this question. You hated Ambedkar so much. 1 minute. This Nehru, Gandhi, Vadra family hated Ambedkar so much, they said they will not allow a portrait of Ambedkar to be put up in Parliament. Then VP Singh in 1990 became Prime Minister, and he was supported by the BJP. At that time, in April 1990, Ambedkar's portrait was put in Parliament. And in
Arnab ji, you are a great scholar. You have been misled. You are misleading by this BJP people.
Nobody can mislead me, sir, not even you.
Listen to me. Congress is the party. No, I cannot. I'm the small man, but I'm trying to give you the, give you the information what I know. Congress is the party only respected Ambedkar.
So why didn't you allow his portrait to be put in Parliament? I request you and Rajat and Birendra on the left. Why did you not allow his portrait to be put up in Parliament? Simple.
Congress never disrespected Ambedkar.
Why didn't you allow his portrait to be put up in Parliament?
The workers had beaten his party people. That's the level of respect you have. So you just said he was the father of the Constitution. Nehru said it after Ambedkar
yes,
Sahab
Mr.
died.
Professor Meena,
after
yes.
Baba Sahab died.
Professor Meena, last word to you. Last word to you, Professor Meena.
Congress party was the worst possible experience.
Yes, I want to add something
Congress has a
about the resignation of Dr. Ambedkar.
Autonomous politics of the Dalits.
I want to tell something about the resignation of Dr. Ambedkar as law minister.
Whenever the Congress comes to power,
not only some Congress members opposed the Hindu Code Bill, but the ideologues of BJP, like Savarkar, like Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, all the eminent people who are the ideologues of BJP, they all opposed strongly Hindu Code Bill. We can read in the history or we can read in the documents, all the newspapers and all the debates of the parliaments are there.
Okay, viewers, at 9 p.m. tonight, we've heard different points of view. Now, the super hot political debate on whether Amit Shah was misquoted by Mallikarjun Kharge. What I'll do is I'll run all the clips and all the allegations. Then the huge debate this Wednesday evening. Did Kharge misquote Amit Shah? When I'm back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.